Welcome back to the channel, guys, and welcome back to another video. Now behind me we've got a Mercedes W213 E-Class. Now this is the new shape E-Class. Obviously if you click up on the top you'll see I've done a 212 E350, but now it's time to review this car, so let's go, guys.
Came back with a click clack, and a tick, that's it, that's fresh like a tic tac. Any pagan ops that I rip down.
Right, so straight away, as you can tell, they've changed the shape. They've made the car a lot more bulkier. It's a lot more bigger than its predecessor. We're on 19-inch wheels, diamond cut. I think there's a lot more curves to the car as well. Moving on to the back, obviously the car's finished off in silver, something I'm not a fan of, but you know, small changes like crystals in the rear lights. Obviously these rear lights are LED. Mercedes have been doing the fake exhaust tips, which are brilliant, to be honest. No, they're not. The exhaust is obviously underneath that. E220, as I explained, obviously they come in different engine sizes. Anyone got an E63, let me know, I can do a review on that. Moving on to the front end of the car, again the new LED lighting that Mercedes have brought out. I think the front bumper looks a bit more aggressive, a lot smoother. Obviously the Mercedes grille, the large bonnet, and overall it's a very nice car. I think Mercedes have done really good, and the styling that they brought out I think is quite good. It looks a lot better than, I'd say, the Audi A5. I'm not too sure about the 5 Series. I think the 5 Series looks better, but today we're talking about this E-Class. So yeah, that's it for the exterior. The interior is something that is really good, and Mercedes have upped their level. So let's go inside and I'll show you the interior. Right, so before we head over into the interior, let's talk about this engine. Now this is a newer engine that Mercedes have developed. It's not a Renault engine, no, that Mercedes use in some of their C classes and A classes. This now produces over 190 brake horsepower, over 250 newton meters of torque, connected up with a 9-speed auto gearbox. I think it's too many gears. I think the car is a bit underpowered, but it's not a sports car, is it? It's a car that you cruise around in. So that's the engine. I'll give you a listen to the engine. It is quite quiet, so let's start it up. Like I said to you, it is a quiet engine, but that's that. Let's go to the interior. Right, so obviously the interior of this car, let's start off with the seats. Now it's got Napa black leather with Alcantara right down the middle. These seats are actually really comfortable. Heated seats. The highest spec come with the memory seats, but the main thing is this here. All this has changed and has made a big difference. Now obviously you can get a digital dial, and you can get one big command screen. This is what it's called now. It's called command. The steering wheel as well has got touch pads. It's still got the touch here as well, touchpad here, and the circle that obviously does what it has to do. All your heater controls here, your vents here, and you know, you've got your this. I think this is the best move Mercedes have made, to take the gear stick from here to here. Has just freed up a lot of space. And there's a lot of space in this car. Obviously I'm not the shortest of people, but obviously I've got a lot of room, headroom, and I've got a lot of space around me, and it's a nice place to be in. Right, so the first thing I'm gonna say is, here I am driving this car and I'm just cruising. along. This is what the E-Class is made for, just to cruise along. There's no hoo-ha about it. It's a car that you just want to jump into after you finish work and just, you know, cruise your way home, just enjoy it. And I think this is what it's about. Like, it's not a powerful car, it's not a fast car. The 9-speed gearbox does its job perfectly, and like I said, it's not a car you're gonna zoom 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 zoom. No, it's a car to cruise about in. The seats I touched on before, they do a brilliant job. Comfortable is what they are. The road noise, you can only hear the tires, you can't really hear anything else. I think Mercedes have done a fantastic job there. Right, I think the one thing we have to talk about is the ambient lighting in this car, and it goes all the way across the car, front and back. 64 different colors, and you know what, at night when you're driving, it actually puts you in a mood, like, you know, calms you down. I think it's very good, but nowadays all cars have got the ambient lighting. The other thing is it comes with a lot of gadgets. Now there's 4 driving modes, so if you flick the button, you can see you've got eco, you've got comfort, sport plus, and you've also got individual. I'll put it in sport plus and show you again. Yeah, you hear the revs go, but it's not a car that's gonna throw you back in your seats. No, not at all. It's also got features such as parking itself. It's got the lane assist, and like I said, if you go and buy a higher model car, you'll get more gadgets and you can spec it the way you want to spec it. Right, so I'm gonna obviously talk about how I feel about driving this car, and one thing I'm gonna have to say is that I feel disconnected to this car. I feel as though the electronics are doing a lot of the work, and it takes the fun out of driving. Like, you know, obviously my cameraman, he had quite a few 5 Series and other previous cars that I've reviewed. I feel driver connected, but this car I do not feel connected. But I guess that's the way forward now. I think that's where the world is heading, to make driving a lot easier, but at the same time it's taking the fun out of driving. Right, so now the question is, would I buy one of these cars? No, I wouldn't buy it. I'd buy the previous generation. I think it's got a lot more character. It looks a lot better than this car. I think this car sits higher. I think that car sits a lot lower. So that's one point. The price tag, you can pick these up now from, I'd say, 16,000-17,000 onwards, depending on the spec and mileage. This has got full service history and it's only got 45,000 on the clock. The car drives perfectly. It does everything it should. I think Mercedes have done a great job, but it's a car that's not for me. I think this is now the way forward, where electronics drive you and you don't drive the car. So yeah, that is my verdict on the car. It's not for me, guys. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I want to hit 1,000 subscribers and you guys are doing a fantastic job supporting me. Keep that up. I want to say a big thank you to you guys for supporting, watching. So let's keep that up. Let's hit that 1,000k. And guys, stay safe. I'll see you on the next video. Take care.